So anger sometimes, you see, bring some kind of powerful, forceful energy. But that energy I usually describe blind energy. So although you see some kind of additional energy you see come due to anger, due to hatred, but that energy is basically blind one. So so it's not sure whether it can be destructive or constructive. So under certain circumstances, you see, we need some kind of countermeasures. Some cases we need countermeasure. If you see someone you see, take advantage on you unreasonably, right, unlawfully, then of course you see, it is our right you see, to counteract, but without anger, without hatred. That we can do, although not easy, but you see, we can do. So actually, you see, that countermeasure, which taken by analytical meditation rather than hatred, that countermeasure reality more effective. So you know, you see, these are the way you see, to shaping our mind. Then time goes really. You see, so I mean, this is here. You see the realization about the negativeness, how harmful, how you see uselessness or destructive about these negative emotion. You know, one way you see some kind of appreciation about this positive mind. Then you see your whole attitude you see, towards these negative emotion. Now you already now then you got some kind of caution. So you see mentally some kind of distance develop. So by itself, eventually you see these negative emotion will reduce, will not come as often as before. And meantime, you see the positive emotion is increase. That's the way of you see changing our mind. It's a transformation about our mind. And then you see the more work on mind itself. Analytical meditation and single pointedness meditation, these goes, the sharpness of our mind increase. And also the alertness also is increase. So you see your mind in daily your professional work, you see you can utilize more effectively, right? Because you can work more effectively because of our mind now in every field. Because of that, once our mind become sharp and alerted, and meantime calm, so all our professional works can be more successful. And then I think the most important result is more compassionate attitude develop. Then some kind of self-confidence will come. It automatically reduces fear. It's more self-confidence, more determination, more willpower. Willpower out of pride, that also is a blind one. But it's a self-confidence with sincere motivation. That's sound, self-confidence. So you see, when we look, you see, matters, there are when we analyze matters, there is some are good for health, some are bad. We need to see very precisely making distinction. Similarly, when we talk about mind, there are so many different kinds. Some are useful, some are harmful, and also due to other factor. It's the same kind of thought. Sometimes because of other factor, sometimes it becomes positive, sometimes it becomes negative. Now, for example, desire. There are positive desire, negative desire. And even I think the anger sometimes can be positive, sometimes negative, generally negative. Hatred, I think, always is negative, I think. But hatred towards hatred may be positive. So then you see some kind of ego There also, you see, the good and bad. So you see, we have to analyze all this with detail in order to check our mind. That's very important. Then is the tolerance. So you see the more inner strength there. Then tolerance also, you see, automatically, tolerance is something like byproduct. Some really self-confidence, see clearly the reasons, then tolerance is there. Blind, more narrow-minded, then difficult, practice tolerance. Then there's a tolerance cannot come. If your mind is really see all different angles, and self-confidence, determination there, then tolerance comes. So tolerance in our life, tolerance and forgiveness, these things in our life, as I mentioned before, is, I think, very, very useful, very important. Now, especially in today's world, unfortunately, due to different religious tradition, due to religious faith, some really, I think, very, very unfortunate events now happening in the name of different religion. Even bloodshed also is happening. That's very, very sad. So I would like to share something about the tolerance among different religious traditions. I think very, very important. It's a world major religion like Christianity, different kind of Hinduism, and the Muslim and Judaism and Buddhism, or so on. All these is a major world religion. In spite of different philosophy, they all have the potential to serve humanity, to help humanity, to create peace of mind. So there are common things there. We can work together. And more than that, each world major religion, there are some kind of specialty in each. There are some special things there. So you see, work closely and knowing each other, especially the close contact among practitioners, then we can really learn from other tradition. So what's enriching way, enriching one's own tradition or one's own experiences. So not only the common ground, but if each one have some special unique things there. So you see, we can learn, we can enrich one's own practice from learning from, taking from other different traditions, from traditions, different traditions. And another, I think another angle, simply, in reality, one religion cannot sufficient for variety of humanity. No matter what that religion is good, it will not satisfy variety of people. Just like a dish or food. If we have one restaurant who serving, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all time same dish, or this day, next day, whole month, whole year, one dish, nobody come. More variety, then it's more customer. Come, isn't it? So naturally, it's the human mind. There is so many varieties, so many different mental disposition. So simply, one religious tradition, you cannot satisfy. That's very clear. And also, all these major world religions now last many centuries existed on this planet. There's one religion, you cannot eliminate other religions. That's also reality. Whether we like it or not, we have to live together. Under that circumstances, it's much better to live harmoniously. So now, especially in this country, in India, traditionally the spirit of ahimsa. I think very, very rich, very wonderful. The philosophy is there, and through centuries, because of practice of ahimsa, believing ahimsa, in this country, not only is it produce, not only how to say, home of many different thoughts which you see come within this country, not only that, but you see the religious tradition or thought which come from outside, also you see find home in this country, such as Christians, Muslims, and Judaism. So, the traditionally, you see, the ahimsa in the religious field also, I think, very very rich. So now today, time goes, but this is the rich philosophy or rich as the thought or tradition. No point to neglect. We must keep, we must sustain these values. Sometimes I half joke to some my Indian friend. You see, traditionally you produce ahimsa here, but export it. Now too much exportation, too much export. Now not sufficient to reproduce in this country. You know, in the past, the outside world, nobody taking much interest about ahimsa. Ahimsa, many people feel the sign of weakness. But now time goes, it's a worldwide, is the ahimsa, non-violence. Now more interest, you see, as a coming outside. But a country, the country, the ahimsa produce a little bit neglecting. That's unfortunate. So I really see want, or I think my wish, or my appeal to my Indian brothers sisters. You see, it is extremely important. You see, to keep your the value of your tradition. Of course, certain tradition is I think the result of this old feudal society. These must change, must also go. But the other hand is many deeper value in our tradition is must keep. While you are acquiring about Western technology, Western science, and these things, these one's own century-old tradition must keep, and is a combination. Modern as a material progress and traditional spiritual tradition must combine. So that they not only benefit for Indian or this continent, but also can be, I think, a great contribution for entire humanity. So that's very, very important.